Hello, I'm Danielle Burnock from DanielleBurnock.com. Love yourself from Survive to Thrive, that lady on the internet who loves you. Today I would like to talk to you about process. Process, because we don't grow and become and heal without going through a process. And sometimes we can expect too much from ourselves because some processes take longer than others, and there are processes that we have to go through one after another. And that's what I wanted to share with you from my book, Because You Matter. It's from the very beginning of the book, and it's about how I learned about a process I had to go through. I'd written my first book. I thought I had merged with Wings. I was all good. Everything was fine. I'm completely healed. Life is great. And then I learned I still had some issues. And we always have issues because we never arrive. But yeah, I got so hard on myself because I was so disappointed and I didn't see something that I see now. Like when I emerged, I used my story to compare with the butterfly. You know, the butterfly goes through a whole great big process, or not the butterfly, the caterpillar goes through a whole great big process to become a butterfly. But then after a butterfly emerges, it can't just fly away. I thought it did. And that's what I wanted to share a little bit with you here. I'm going to read that from here in my book with these cool things on my face. Learning from the butterfly. You must want to fly so much that you are willing to give up being a caterpillar. Trina Paulus. My first book is a journey of becoming free from childhood trauma and finding my value. I compared my transformation to a caterpillar, changing into a butterfly and emerging from its chrysalis. The imagery stood. When I published my story, I did emerge. What I wrote was true. I was different. A transformation had occurred. I was no longer who I was before. I was in a new place with wrong information. I thought newly emerged butterflies just flew away. They don't. The new me was like a newly emerged butterfly. When a butterfly emerges, it's completely intact, but unable to fly. It has a process it must complete or it will never fly. How does a butterfly truly live if it never flies? It doesn't. The wings of a new butterfly are weak and wet. They must be prepared for flight. They need to hang upside down with plenty of room for their wings to expand. They need to pump blood or hemolymph into the veins in their wings so they can expand to their full size. And their wings must dry. They must exercise their flight muscles. I didn't know butterflies had muscles, did you? Finally, the butterfly must expel meconium, or poop, which is the waste remains of its last meal from when it was a caterpillar. During this process, the new butterfly looks like it's doing nothing, but it is very busy. Likewise, when I emerged, I couldn't fly. I needed to prepare my proverbial wings. During my writing process, multiple transformative things occurred. Revelations, realizations encouraged to become vulnerable. I went through the publishing process and still the fear was there. On the day I released it, I was not fit to fly. I needed to do several things. Own this new life like a butterfly prepares its wings. Give myself time to see from this new perspective and let these new things sink in like the butterfly hangs upside down. I needed to give myself the grace and space needed for this new process, like the butterfly needs room for its wings to expand. Building new mindsets, I needed to build new mindsets like the butterfly pumps blood into its wings. And I needed to solidify my new beliefs like the butterfly exercises its muscles. That's like saying no when you used to always say yes, or saying yes when you used to always say no. That's one example. That's not in the book. That's extra. And like the butterfly needs to poop before it can fly, I needed to get rid of some crap in my life. Only after doing so could I move on to learn and become skilled in using my new wings. That's a whole process, and there's a lot to that, a lot to that. And so I want you to give yourself grace. If you find yourself in a place where you're not doing what you think you should, or you're falling short of your own expectations, give yourself grace and look for where you need to maybe do some more process. And if you want, if you haven't already, get a copy of my book. It's available Kindle, paperback, audio, all over the place, wherever you buy books. But I share this with you because grace is so important in our growth. And I love you, and I want you to give yourself grace so that you can become your God-ordained self, full of all that God-given greatness that He's put inside of you, so you can thrive in life. And so till next time, remember, I love you and you matter.